Okay, we're here doing a demonstration of making the new Margherita pizza for Guido's. And we want to start the video off, the training, by going over the items that you're going to need to purchase. First item is going to be the olive oil. Now, the olive oil you can get through Van Eerden. We'll have it on the order guide. Charlie will have it. It'll come in a tin. And this is actually just an olive oil dispenser. We recommend that you purchase one of these. However, you could use a squeeze bottle if that's what you prefer, but the olive oil dispenser obviously will do a much more, a pretty consistent job of spreading the olive oil around. So olive oil, and that's going to be available through VE, or you can purchase it on your own. The next item is going to be the glaze. This is what's going to give it a really neat characteristic, different than some of the other Margherita pizzas that are out there. This glaze, balsamic vinegar, is going to also be available through at Van Eerden. The next item is going to be the fresh mozzarella. And this particular mozzarella is by Grande. And what's nice about this fresh mozzarella is once you open it, I've got this opened. Once you open it, these are in 4-ounce fresh mozzarella balls. That's a 4-ounce fresh mozzarella ball. Go ahead and pull, you can go ahead and leave that out. Okay, and that's what you're going to use for a 12-inch pizza. We're going to go over the assembly of that here in just a second. And then the last item that you're going to need is the fresh basil. For demonstration, this one is a living basil. They also sell basil leaves, and this is going to be available through VE. However, we suggest that you look at possibly through your produce supplier or Kroger. This actually was purchased at Kroger. And there's a couple different kinds. This is a living basil, and then you can also buy the basil leaves. So those are the items that you're going to need to purchase. The basil, which will be available through VE. The fresh mozzarella. This is a Grande product. The balsamic vinegar glaze, and then the olive oil. And then we're going to go over how to put this all together. Okay, here we have Clint. Going to do a demonstration on the proper way to make this pizza. The first item to go on the pizza are the prepped basil leaves, the prepped fresh basil leaves. Clint's going to apply those first. The reason we want to put those down first is because we want to try to protect them from the heat. And the best way to protect them from the heat is obviously get them underneath some of the other toppings. So now your basil leaves, the amount of basil leaves will depend on the size of the basil leaves that you have. Right. Obviously, the smaller ones you're going to need more. You're going to need just a little bit of coverage. But remember, the basil has a lot of flavor. You don't need to overdo it on the basil. So just get a nice coverage so that every slice has at least some basil leaves on there. The next item to go on would be the fresh mozzarella cheese. Now we know this is a 4-ounce ball, so what we're going to do is we're just going to tear it up and make sure that every slice has, we're going to try to do an equal amount of the fresh mozzarella cheese so that when it melts, it'll melt over the basil and have a nice cheese melt on there.
Here is that this 4-ounce ball is the perfect size for a medium pizza. So it works out.
So what you're going to do is just try to spread it as evenly as possible. Okay, excellent. Now you're going to apply the fresh sliced tomatoes, and we'd like to see those in whole form because it's a better appearance. You're going to put those on kind of like a pepperoni, coverage. Once again, making sure that every slice has a fresh tomato slice on there.
About like that, roughly.
now your pizza, your Margherita pizza, is ready to go into the oven. We're going to put that out into the oven on the fast track. All ovens vary, but Clint's got his set at 7 minutes. You're going to want to watch that. These tend to cook fairly quickly. You could possibly pull it out early, so you're going to want to kind of watch your times. Okay, here we are. We've got the finished product. Well, coming out of the oven. We've got the Margherita pizza. And this is all obviously in a 12-inch. Okay. So the final phase is going to be adding the olive oil and the glaze to the finished cooked product. So Clint's going to demonstrate the olive oil first.
Right, so the thing about this too is it's very important this is a hint of flavor. So you don't want to mask the natural flavors that are coming out of the pizza in this. So when you're putting this on, it is a very specific, very light drizzle. That's all you want, okay? So you're not pouring it on, it's just, you move quickly, and as soon as it starts to come out, just a little bit. That's it. That's it. Not a lot. That's it.
Okay, Clint. We believe you. All
right. So this stuff too, this is vinegar. And if you ever taken a spoonful of vinegar, essentially it's very nasty, right? Same idea. A very, very light amount. Just like that.
You got the finished product. You go ahead and cut that up, Clint.
Yep.
Finally cut it up in the normal 8 slices.
You can smell the vinegar.
Boy, does that smell good.
Yeah. So
and that's going to be a finished product. That is how you make.
Go ahead and grab a white box. I mean, just kidding.
Yeah. That's how you make, package the pizza. Okay, in this part of the demonstration, we're going to show how to prep the fresh basil leaves. Basil is grown on stems, and they're going to need to be broken off on a stem. And you need to break off these stems off the leaf, like this. Okay. And we suggest that you have these ready to go so that when you get an order, all you have to do is grab the already prepared leaf to place it on the pizza. So this should be part of your daily prep to keep it fresh. This should be pretty much every day during the promotion, as you're going to want to prep these leaves.